Hey the Kupo, here we are, and I'm doing another video today. I've just been wanting to do videos today, done a bunch. Today I'm doing a video about Fire Emblem Heroes. I'm doing it about the upcoming summoning, and the reason why I'm doing it is because I'm so excited. So I've got the release video here for the new summoning event that's coming out on the 20th, I want to say, on the 20th. I've been saving up my orbs, and I'm super glad I did. I'm going to do a summoning video for it. But what I figured we'd do, and I haven't done this before, and a lot of people have done it, and they've done very successful. So I'm going to throw my metaphorical hat in the ring. We're going to go through the units that they're announcing and kind of talk through them and talk through my thoughts. I have already watched this video. There are 2 units in this that I am looking to pull for. One is kind of like a high priority, and then the other one is kind of like a would be nice. But I'll talk about that at the end. I'll talk about which one I really want to get and then which one I kind of want to get and why at the end. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive in. So, yeah. So, actually, before I start, hold on, before we start, hold on. So, there's been a little bit of a contention about this one because they're not, the characters are not actually Fire Emblem characters. I mean, their partners are, but these characters are not. I'm totally okay with that. I'm a sucker for art, and I'm just going to tell you right now, before we even dive into this, the art is awesome. It's some of the coolest art I've seen. The colors that they use, the style, the armor, all of it is just so fantastic. It's some of my favorite art that the game's ever done. It just looks awesome. Each of the characters looks so cool. So I'm super stoked for that. I'm not like a story purist or anything like that, so it doesn't really matter to me that they're kind of branching out. In fact, I'd love to see them branch out more with more, crossovers. I'm not saying I'd love tons of crossovers, but like this one makes sense, right? Like Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I think is what it's called. I think that's the game. Yeah. The game that these characters are coming from is sort of a Fire Emblem kind of game. So it does make sense, but there are definitely people that were upset by it, and I get it. But for me personally, I have no problems with it, and I think it's actually working out to be cool, and another reason why I'm super excited for this. Okay. Alright. First one. Let's go.
Hollywood.
Is there no one
Eleanor,
to show my dear
with the
Ellie
partner of
the very
Virion.
proper lady?
Again, art's awesome. Okay, let's talk through... Let's see if it pauses. Okay, let's talk through the stats. Mirage Longbow. Effective against flying foes, of course. Grant speed +3. Woo! If unit speed is greater than foe speed, foe cannot make a follow-up attack. That has actually been corrected. It's if a unit's attack speed is greater than the foe speed, foe cannot make a counter attack, which is super good. So she could be deadly. That alone, that bow is awesome. Super good. Rally attack and speed. I like this ability. I don't know if I would keep it. But the ability to kind of buff another unit is nice. Attack speed push. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, grants attack speed +7, but after combat, if unit attacked, deals 5 damage to the unit. So, one of the things that I feel like with rallies and then something like attack and speed push is I feel like rallies are good for tankier units that you want to have them kind of behind the lines. For her, I feel like I want her to like go out and just tear through the line. Whether or not you're playing on PvP or PvE or whatever you're doing, I would just send her out to just destroy and utterly annihilate is what I would do with her. So I don't know if I would keep rally attack and speed because I just don't know if I would use it that much. But attack speed push 4, love it. I would absolutely use that. That bonus is awesome. Super good. And then lastly, her B slot is speed/defense ruse 3. And this does tie in with her support skill. If a rally assist skill is used by or targets the unit, it inflicts speed and defense -5 and guard on foes in cardinal directions of unit and targets through their next action, which slows their cooldown charge on their attack through their next action, which is nice. So, could be good. I know there's like a top tier of play where they go into this, people that are like, higher than tier 21 in Aether raids, and people that are top tier in Arena that, are really tricky with this stuff. But for me, I'm not. Honestly, a lot of the game for me is doing PvE content. I do Arena, I do Aether raids, but I just love going through the solo stuff. I love going through that and just trying to conquer all the solo stuff on my own. So it's good. I don't know if I would use it, as I said. I think it could be good. It just requires a lot of setting up. So I think there's really two directions you could go with her. I think you could go this direction of just a nuke, and you just like go all out. Like, I want her to go out and destroy. But if you took off attack speed push 4, and if you put something else on there instead, like, I don't know what her stats are. I don't think they've released the stats yet. But if you were to maybe do something defensive, I don't know. You could do something interesting with her. You can position her right. So, cool unit. Really excited for her. And again, the artwork is dope. So that's our first unit, Eleonora.
Tharja
Next
can
up
be
is
a bit
Cool Facade.
gross, but she's a great partner regardless.
Kyria.
This world has no shortage of specimens for my studies.
Sweet looking. Okay, let's see what she's got. Gotta pause it. There we go. Alright, so first up, she's got the Mirage Rod, which grants attack +3. I should also say that she's a red spellcaster. I didn't say for Eleonora she's a gray bow user, a colorless bow user. I didn't say that. Ugh, this is my first time doing this. Give me a little bit of slack. But anyways, Kyria is a red infantry caster. She has the Mirage Rod, which gives her attack +3, and inflicts attack and res -6 on foes within 2 spaces during combat. That's really good. That's powerful. I'm gonna guess that she's a really high attack unit. That's just my guess based on that. She's got Iceberg, which boosts her damage by 50% of her res, so it's fair to say she's probably gonna have high res. She's got the ability Attack Res Solo 3. If the unit is not adjacent to an ally, grants attack and res +6 during combat. Super nice. And then lull attack res 3. Inflict attack res -3 on foe and neutralizes foes' bonuses to attack and res during combat. So, she is a mage killer. That's what she's out to do. She's about to take out mages 100%. But on top of that, would be really good. She's just a good, again, another really offensive unit. I would say if you were to take Eleonora and Kyria and take them together, I would say Kyria is probably more offensive than Eleonora with their base kit. That's just my opinion. I think Eleonora is kind of a mixed. Her base kit kind of puts her mixed, where she's going to be offensive but still stay behind the lines and do some support. Whereas I think Kyria is very much doing offensive the whole way through. Because she is negating abilities, she's lowering stats, and she's boosting her own stats. She wants to get out there ahead of the party. So that's her skills. Very straightforward, but very potent.
My turn.
So cool. Oh, the icicles are colored. It looks dope. Oh man, microwave and idol. So cute. I love the
Memori is
armor.
my master.
Memori.
She is someone who I must protect with my life.
Oh, Memori's adorable. I'm just watching. There we go. I'm gonna pause it. Let's see here. Alright, so Memori is an armored green axe unit. She's got the Mirage Axe, which grants res +3. If the unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants defense res +6 to unit during combat, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack. That is not bad. Bonfire, which gives bonus damage to defense, which stands to say she's probably going to have high defense. Based on the Mirage Axe, she's probably going to have high res too. She's going to be very defensive. Shield Session 3. I don't know if this is new. I haven't seen it before, so maybe. I don't know. I don't think I've seen it before. Let's read it. If foe initiates combat, grants bonuses to units, defense, and res during combat equals 9, minus the number of foes who have already acted, minimum value of 3. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. That I don't really know how to deal with that one. Huh. I should have looked at her before I did this video. And I didn't. I didn't think anybody would have anyone that interesting. But that's... If foe initiates combat, grants bonus to units, defense, and res, 9 minus number of foes who have already acted this turn times 3. Okay. Right, because it's 3, 6, 9. Okay. That's interesting. Interesting. So, depending on where you play... Oh, that's super interesting. I like that a lot. I may have changed my opinion a little bit here. I like that a lot. That is such a cool ability. Basically, here's what I'm thinking. This is why I'm thinking this is really cool. Is if you do this right, and if you place her in the right spot, right, and if you get her in a good offensive spot, you can give her a bonus 6 defense and 6 res. On top of the bonus 3 res that she gets from her Mirage Axe. And if she's within 2 spaces of an ally, she gets a bonus 6 res in defense during combat on top of that, which is really good. So she can be really defensive. Like, we're talking hugely defensive. So that's interesting. I didn't read that one before. I like that a lot, though. Again, I'm not a top tier player, so I don't know how good that is in the meta. I feel like I say that a lot to defend myself. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. I'm a player, and I've been playing for a while, and I love it. But, that being said, I like that ability. Last up for is Vengeful Fighter. We've seen it before. It's a really good ability. If unit's HP is greater than 50% and foe initiates combat, it grants special cooldown +1 per attack, and unit makes a guaranteed follow attack. That goes back to what I'm saying, is you want to get her... Honestly, her and Eleonora could work really well together. Kind of what I'm thinking here. Is Momori, you get her out in front to soak up damage, and you get Eleonora behind her. Yeah. That'd be awesome. That'd be way awesome. Those two go together really well. I like that a lot. Okay. Yeah, that's very cool. Anyways, we got one more here to look at. So that is Momori, the adorable tank. That literally looks like she's inside a tank.
Master.
I'm Tsubasa Oribe, age 18. I'm an idol with Fortuna Entertainment,
so
and I'm giving it all I've got.
Tsubasa may be unpredictable, but her goodness shines through in her positive attitude.
Alright, so last up we have Tsubasa, a flying blue lance unit. She's also got a pretty interesting kit to her that I'm really excited about. Let's go ahead and start off with her weapon, the Mirage Feather. It starts off by being effective against armor and cavalry foes, which is great. It grants speed +3, which is great. If the unit initiates combat after an ally has already acted, it grants attack speed +6 during combat, and unit can make a follow-up attack before foe can counterattack. That is dumb. That is so dumb. And so, like, for player phase, that is so exploitable. It's so easy to do that. I wouldn't have her as, like, if I were to put her in Aether Raids, I wouldn't make her a defensive Aether Raids unit because I couldn't control that. But offensive Aether Raids, I could exploit the hell out of that, and that is awesome. She's got the ability Moonbow. Treat foes defense res is reduced by 30% during combat. We've seen that before. Blade Session 3. I don't think we've seen this one before. If unit initiates combat, grants bonus to units attack and speed during combat equals 3, plus the number of allies who have already acted times 3 for a max value of 9, which is super good. So it's the reverse of Momori's defensive ability. So instead of adding defense and res, this one's giving a bonus to attack and speed. You've got chill speed, which we've seen before, I think. It started turn, inflicts speed -7 on foe. On the enemy team with the highest speed through its next action. That's nice. And then, of course, Hone Flyers at the start of the turn grants attacks plus speed +6 to adjacent flying allies for 1 turn. So, she looks to be really good. I think her stat's going to be a little bit weaker than the others. That's just my guess. I still think she's going to have really good stats, but I think just kind of based on what I'm looking at, to even it out, because if they were to give her like a base, including her weapon, like let's say this, if they gave her, including her weapon is 16 might, so if they gave her 34 attack, right, which isn't that high, like if I hold on, I'm not going to pull it up right now, but if there's a number of units that have 34 attack. That's going to put her up to 50. Then when she attacks, if another ally is gone, that puts her up to 56. Then if she's already gone after a number of other allies, you're looking at upwards of 60, 63 attack with Blade Session 3. So she can have really high attack. So my guess, it's just my guess, is I'm guessing she has like 32, 33 attack. Just my guess. But I don't know. They might just blow it out of the water. I'm going to guess she's super fast. That speed +2 is nice, and I'm guessing they're just going to go hard into that speed. So, those are our new units. Eleonora, Kiria, Momori, and Tsubasa. And they all look dope. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go to the end of the video.
Let's combine our strength.
Watch her attack. And of course, we got a new paralog coming out, which is really dope, and I'm excited for that. So, I said it at the beginning. I'm hella stoked for this banner. I haven't been this excited for a banner in a while. I liked the New Year's banners, but I wasn't, like, jumping for joy at them. I mean, getting the Beast units was cool, but, like, I'm stoked for this banner. Like, I'm counting the days down for this banner. Originally, the 2 units that I wanted to pull were Eleonora and Tsubasa. And I still want to pull Eleonora. That's my top unit. I need more gray bow units. I have like 2. And so I need more, and I would really like to have her on the team. I think she's going to be excellent, so I'd love to get her. I was looking at getting Tsubasa, but I don't know anymore. I might get Momori instead, or might try to go after Momori instead. Momori seems really interesting. Like, really interesting to me. Kiria is cool. Like, she's good, but I have enough red spell users. Like, I don't need her. It's fine. I have no need for a red spell user. Again, probably because I'm not facing a ton of Sothises. I deal with them just fine. But, yeah, so I don't know. It's all of them are good. That's the thing, is not one of them are bad. They're all good units, which I think is something that IS is doing a better job of. I think overall they're doing this job of making really good units overall. But this banner, whew, I'm excited. If I can get all 4, that'd be hella dope. But the number one I want to get is Eleonora. That's the one I'm gunning for. So that's it for my review of the banner. If I were to give this banner a rating, I would give it a horseshoe out of... I'm not going to give this banner a rating, but I will say that this banner looks to be awesome. So, are you wondering if you should pull? My answer is yes, you should. I think it's going to be great. These units are cool. It looks like they're going to be powerful. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon.